So for the 40 is small. If I'm just going to do it right here. You know it's divisible by 2, right? It's 2 times 20. If you probably just know it off the top of your head, even without a calculator. So that means the 40, if you do a little factor tree, it's 2 times 20, isn't it? I'm just breaking down the 40. It's 2 times 20. And then if I break down the 20, that's 2 times 10. And then if we break down the 10, that's 2 times 5. And that's as far as I can go, isn't it? So what I've done is I've taken the 40 and I've broken it all the way down to its little building blocks, its prime numbers. So we have a 2, a 2, a 2, and a 5. We don't use the 10 and we don't use the 20. Why not? Because those broke down further, didn't they? They didn't remain. They broke apart. Right? We only leave the numbers that remain, the numbers that did not break down further, which are called primes, because we're doing the prime factorization. So what is it? So 40 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. Well, here, I won't do the asterisk yet. We'll do that in the final answer. It's 2 times 2 times 2 times 5, isn't it? That's the breakdown of a 40. Now, we're going to do that in powers. Remember powers? We'll say that's 2 to the 3rd times 5. That's just a shortcut way of doing it. It's 3 2s and a 5. That's the breakdown of a 40. You know what we're doing right now is kind of like what they do, say, in science with chemistry. And they say the air we breathe, oxygen, right, is H2O, isn't it? They break down the air we breathe into hydrogen and oxygen elements. That compound is broken down. Well, that's exactly what we're doing with numbers. This 40 is what we call a composite number. It's composed out of 3 2s and a 5. Those are the prime building blocks that make a 40, just like hydrogen and oxygen are the elements that make up the compound of oxygen. So that's what we're doing in the number world. So notice how primes are primal. That's why they have that name. They're the fundamental building blocks, like elements are in the universe. Prime numbers make up all the other numbers. All the other numbers are just made out of primes, aren't they? So 40 is 2 to the 3rd times 5. How do we put this in on the computer? You have to go 2 and then do the up arrow. And then you go times 5. So that up arrow is a shift 6. So that's a shift 6. And then the asterisk is a shift 8. Like that. So 2 to the 3rd times 5, shift 6, shift 8, like that. So there we go. We broke down the 40, 2 to the 3rd times 5.